The city above never sleeps. But down here, silence is a predator. The first time I stepped into the abandoned subway tunnels beneath New York, I thought I was chasing history-rusted tracks, forgotten platforms, the bones of a city buried beneath its own skin. I wasn't looking for danger, but danger found me. My name is Daniel Reyes, freelance photographer, urban explorer, the kind of guy who crawls into condemned buildings and old train yards just to capture the beauty of rot. My friends think I'm reckless. Maybe they're right. But the tunnel's God. They had called to me for years. I had read whispers online. Entire levels of the subway sealed off, tracks that never connected, platforms bricked up decades ago. Locals spoke of it like folklore underground rivers, colonies of the forgotten homeless, and things much worse, things that never made the news. I wanted proof sells. So one night, armed with nothing more than a DSLR, a headlamp, and a cheap flashlight, I climbed down a service hatch near Canal Street and dropped into the dark. The stench hit me. First, damp concrete, mildew, and the copper tang of rust. The later, I'd realize it wasn't all rust. The tunnel swallowed every sound. Even my footsteps seemed muffled. Like the walls themselves were swallowing me whole. The floor was slick with moisture, every so often. My flashlight beam caught the flicker of movement rats, hundreds of them, darting into cracks and pipes. The deeper I went, the more they scattered, like they were running from something. At first, the air was filled with the hum of distant trains. But the deeper I descended into the abandoned sections, the quieter it became. No more vibrations. No more sound. Just the drip, drip, drip of unseen water. The silence pressed against my chest, heavy and natural. I told myself it was fine. I'd mapped out my path, from the canal access point through the service tunnels, then down into what urban legends call the ghost line, an unfinished track that was sealed in the 1930s after several workers went missing. That's when I saw the first mark, a handprint, smeared in something dark, greasy, and half dried on the wall. I should have turned back. I know that now. But the handprint was old. Maybe just oil. I told myself. I kept going. About a quarter mile in, my flashlight beam slid over something that made me stop cold. Words scrawled across the tunnel wall in jagged, uneven letters. Don't follow the voices. I stared at it, heart pounding. The paint, if it was paint, looked fresh. Too fresh. The tunnels weren't supposed to have anyone down here. No one but me. I lifted my camera, snapped a photo. The flash echoed against the concrete like a gunshot, and in the afterglow of the strube, I thought I saw something, a shape, standing further down the tunnel, just beyond the reach of my light. When I blinked, it was gone. Eventually, I reached the ghost line. The tunnel opened into a wide platform, half-built and forgotten. Columns jutted upward like broken teeth, and piles of rotting wood sat abandoned where construction had halted decades ago. Graffiti covered the walls, but some of it wasn't graffiti. Symbols carved deep into the concrete. Spirals and jag shapes that seemed wrong. They made my eyes hurt just looking at them. And then I heard it, a voice, faint, echoing, Daniel. My blood froze. No one should have known my name. No one was supposed to be down here. I swung my flashlight wildly across the platform. Nothing. Just dust and debris. But the voice came again, closer this time. Daniel, come closer. My throat went dry. Every survival instinct screamed at me to turn back. But my legs moved forward, slow, trembling. The smell hit me before I saw it. Rot, thick, choking, like meat left in the sun. My flashlight beam caught something piled near the far wall. Rats swarmed over it, their slick bodies squirming and twitching. When the beam hit them, they scattered, revealing what they had been feeding on, a body, or what was left of one. Skin grey and sloughing off the bone, eyes hollowed out, mouth frozen wide in a silent scream. The torso was torn open, ribs cracked like kindling, and carved into the chest, deep and deliberate, were the same spirals and jagged shapes I had seen on the walls. The voice whispered again, this time from behind me, stay. I spun, flashlight trembling in my grip. The tunnel was empty, but the air shifted like someone exhaled on the back of my neck. That's when I heard it, the rumble. At first distant, then growing, thunder in the earth. The vibration rattled through the soles of my boots, a train. But there hadn't been a train on these lines in nearly a century. I turned my light down the tracks, far away, in the black. Two pinpricks of white light appeared, glowing brighter and brighter. The screech of wheels echoed through the tunnel, deafening. Shaking dust from the ceiling, it was impossible. No power ran to this line. But the train was coming, fast. I stumbled backward, camera clutched to my chest. As the lights poured down on me, my headlamp flickered. My flashlight died, and in the pitch black, the whisper came again inside my ear this time. Too late to leave.